Go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadour.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already none of that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's like,
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now?
In the moment. In that moment. Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed.
Oh, come on.
And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound.
Go rebound.
Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do. I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that?
Hey, man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get it.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Wah, 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 wah. Ah, what's up? It's Monday. It's fun day. What's cracking like a mackin' from the back into the jack in, boy? Jesus up, Weezy's up, and we about to get into this today because, boy, do we have a ton to talk about. Diego Pavia, you have become a cautionary tale, as they say in this world, of what to do and what not to do. Aren't we all? We're going to break that down. My man went undrafted this weekend. God dang. They called his name and my name. Oh, they didn't call my name? They didn't call his either. Let's break that down later. Kevin Durant, people are saying he quit on the Rockets. Show you the power of the media as the narrative shifts on Kevin Durant from the fake to the real and get to the bottom of that story. Pablo Torre, he exposes the worst elements of the Rossini and Vrabel scandal. So we got to break that down. Obviously, the headline of Mike Tomlin telling all, saying why I left Pittsburgh, the Steel City. We're going to break down what Omar Epps had to say, and we're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe, and he compares the scandals, not his, He compares the scandals of Ime Udoka and Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. We're going to break that down. And Michael, that movie, Michael Jackson movie, I saw it. And we're going to go break it down, review, and see all the records it set this weekend. If you haven't seen it, let me just say this. Go see it. Stop listening to Rotten Tomatoes. Who in the hell are they? Stop listening to people. Stop listening to people. Just do you. And then if it's horrible or you don't like it, trust me, you have spent $20 worse than you would seeing Michael the movie. All right, so we're going to break all that stuff down and more, on this show, how we get down. First, we show love to each other, so we show love to all the members in the building. Yay. Where my members at? Who's here? Stomp is in the building. Wake up, Stomp. That's my dog. Love it. Who else is in the building? Top fans. We got number 5, Mars Madness. Number 4, Adrian Robles. Universal Trappers, TC210. And Stomp is always number 1. He must got one of them computers that just be typing like comments for him. He got that auto reply going, crack-a-lagging. Oh, man, great weekend for me. I don't know about y'all, but my itty-bitties had a track meet. My girls were going at it. Should have had my boy run this season, but a lot of basketball and football as well. Plus, he had a little injury here and there, so revisionist history. Now, I'm like, he should have ran this year, but at the same time, he had too much on his plate. My girls were smoking it. They have one more track meet left, and I'm looking forward to that this weekend. Well, a lot of people are looking forward to the NFL draft. And what had happened was this. You can see by the NFL draft, let's just say, you can look at this picture right here, and it's worth 1,000 words. Look at this. Y'all know who that is. Jeremiah Love, of the Arizona Cardinals now, not Notre Dame. That's number 3 pick overall. And he's touching the Heisman because he was a Heisman finalist. And then you got Fernando Mendoza, who won the Heisman, right? And he's the number 1 pick overall, and he is now a Las Vegas Raider. Wow, they brought the Lord and Savior. They brought the most positive, religified guy ever to Sin City. Something gonna save Las Vegas. Las Vegas is down right now, so they need some saving, right? And they got it. Fernando Mendoza's in the building. Shout out to all the Raider fans I saw this weekend. My man Jules, everybody who says they're pumped for this pick. Okay. And Diego Pavia, who's also touching his Heisman, who also was a Heisman finalist, who needs to be standing on another podium instead of the one he's on, because, boy, look at that height disparity. That's a running back, way bigger than that quarterback. Anyway, undrafted. Now, there's another hand touching it. I don't know where the hell you went. I don't know who the hell you are, but let go of that damn Heisman. All right, so when you are 3rd overall pick, 1st overall pick, and then the other guys undrafted, and y'all all were Heisman finalists, it makes you say, what's really going on here? Well, it's something that doesn't happen a lot. The last time a Heisman finalist went undrafted was 2014. So that means 12 years ago is the last time we saw something like that. That means there's an itty-bitty right now watching this show, because you can watch this show. This show is PG. And little itty-bitty's like, I wasn't even born when this happened last time. Big Wiley? Yeah, you're right. So now, what's crazier than that? That's already a bad stat. You don't want to go down in history like that. Like, oh, when you did, a lot of people did it and it wasn't good. This also occurs. Peep game on this. In the NFL draft, we saw a man who's never played football before got drafted. That big old 6'6", 300-pounder that run a 4.6. What? He got drafted. And then you see Diego Pavia, a Heisman finalist just 3 months ago. He went undrafted. That's the world we live in. So how did Diego Pavia find himself in this position? It's Diego Pavia's doing. Look, it's not his fault he's short. That's mama and daddy. Y'all combined forces, and y'all should have known. Y'all wasn't going to have the biggest baby in the world. That's okay. You still produce the baller. But when you produce a baller and you got a chip on the shoulder, you got to remember, use the chip for good, not for bad. That same chip that can get that dip is the same chip that can crumble in your hands. The taco shell cracks, right? Use the chip for you, not against you, Luke. Lose the force for you. Well, let's just say Diego didn't necessarily use the force for him. Listen to this.
You know I'm coming back. Let's find a fair number that I could come back for. And so we worked it out. And
now, are you representing yourself, or do you have an agent?
No, I'm representing myself.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't think it was fair that someone was going to represent me and take 5 to 10%.
Okay. I mean, right now, to the average ear, you're like, what'd he say, Wiley? What he said was he doesn't think it's fair that someone represents him and takes 5 to 10%. That's two different conversations. One, is it fair that someone represents you? I mean, depends on what you want to be represented. Depends on how you want to be represented. I see a lot of the positives being represented versus a few of the negatives. Okay, being real. I've been represented before. I have also not been represented. Things go better when you're represented. Okay, want to know why? Because there is, as always, a go along, get along. So those agents have relationships. Those agents can know what's coming down the pipeline. Those agents can know where the cracks and fractures are in the market. The agents know how to place you. The agents know the people at the top making the decisions. That's going to cost you because it costs to be the boss. So if you want to be the one that ain't getting represented, we ain't saying you got hell to pay. We're just saying it ain't going to be as smooth going that way. Okay? But the only thing that can supersede not being represented is if you are that dude, if you have that talent, right? If you got that much and we need it, we're going to have to go get it. Ask Lamar Jackson, right? Lamar Jackson didn't get represented by anybody but his mama, and he still got the highest contract at the time. So it's not that. That's part one. But the worst part was part two, which lets you know you maybe, I don't know you that well, Diego, Mr. Pavia. But I will say, I think you might need some representation because there's not an agent alive that's going to look at a player and ever let 5 to 10% come out of his mouth. One, the max is 3%. Two, if you're drafted higher and the better players, we ain't even paying 3%. That's for the low players. You at the time you made this statement, you didn't know who you were. But I know you were a Heisman finalist, so you ain't even going to pay 3%. You probably play 1%. Then the ignorance continues. You say 5 to 10%. Come on, dog. You went to Vanderbilt. Supposedly, what's that, the Ivy of the South, Harvard of the South? I hate when people do that. Stop faking it. Your ass ain't as smart as them. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't an Ivy League, okay? Y'all not. Y'all Ivy League adjacent. Call it what you want. Stop calling us that. That's like having a phone and you be like, oh, it's kind of like an iPhone. Is it an iPhone or not? If it ain't an iPhone. It ain't iPhone adjacent. All these schools be wanting to claim, oh, we're the Harvard of the South. No, you're Vanderbilt. And at Vanderbilt, I hope they taught you that, one, agents don't get 5%. Two, if they get 5%, they certainly ain't going to have a range to double that to make it 10%. You don't even know. The point is you don't even know what they get. 5 to 10%. How you going to say, oh, yeah, the car is either 20 or 40,000? I don't know. It ain't double. So you are totally flying blind into the draft, the most important time of your life, because now all of your work has to be professionalized. And this is how professional you come out? Oh, Diego, it gets worse.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody taking my money. I'll tell you that.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, no, you know what? You're right. They're not going to take your money because they ain't going to give you your money. They're not going to give you what you earned. They're not going to give you what you deserve. Ooh, maybe they did.
Unbelievable for a young guy to be able to do this, man.
No, I appreciate it.
I mean, shit, this is great, man.
You know I'm coming back.
Chucky's suing the NFL, so don't listen to Chucky all the time. Chucky like, do you. Fight the system. Fight the power. Diego, you played yourself, bruh. When you that short and you are off script in terms of the schools you choose, you ain't go to Ohio State and all that, right? Your butt is at Vanderbilt. Now, that's when it does become Ivy League adjacent because it's like, where you go to school? Vanderbilt? Okay, well, hey, look, we drafted Vanderbilt, but that ain't our first look. You did yourself no favors. No favors. So instead of you getting drafted, instead of you setting recent history, this is what occurs. You get invited to minicamp to go out there and fight for the backup job with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Hey, that's the best case scenario based on what you gave the NFL to work with. And you want to, hey, look, I'm the big brother. I'm the uncle. I'm the one at the barbecue telling you the truth, and everybody just come around me and laugh, but you know they laughing because every joke got some real to it, okay? Don't ever think I come with ill intentions. Don't ever think I'm being mean. I will say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, but I'm going to do it in a nice way. King Levity right here. But big dog, this is what you gave them. I don't even want to hear it. I just want to see it, please. I do not want, I just said I do not want to hear it. I want to see it. Good. You understand me, Diego? Watch this. Okay, watch this. Peep game. This your first out route. Yeah, it's out of bounds. Okay, look. I don't know if you got another one in you or a bad one or not. But I just know now the second one, you throw a softball. He about to die, and if this is real game, either it's pick six, you can't throw no ball. I ain't even gonna go no further. You can't throw no ball like this. Look at this. One is out of bounds, so you come back and throw this. Look at this lollipop. This is in front of everybody. That is a pick. If you don't get out my face, okay. So on the field, X's and O's, you gave us that. Now, you think I'm a hater. I know you do, Diego, right now, because I sound like one. But I'm not. I'm going to give you some real dope from guys who really did it.
On the other side is the runner-up. You've been in his position before. Like, could you tell us, like, what's that like?
Yeah, I've never said F the voters.
Of course. That's just
ever.
That's just crazy.
Diego, you short. Everybody in there would get drafted higher than you if they could play football. I don't know who they are, but they all bigger than you. You the littlest one here saying F all the voters but family for life? Are you trying to win a Grammy? Are you trying to win Best Rap Album of the Year? Or are you trying to get drafted where people's opinions matter? Did you not watch the last draft where Shedeur Sanders, let's just say, rhyme or reason, ended up falling, quote unquote, in the draft? Do you not know that the winds can change immediately against you when it comes to the NFL draft? It only takes one team to love you and you're Gucci. But it also, if you put out there stuff like this for fodder, not one team is going to be the one that takes that risk, because if it doesn't work out, the person that took that risk is going to be under fire. Look what happened with Shedeur. Who drafted him late? Who didn't want him early? Who all that? Like, no one is trying to deal with that. If you're not a surefire, you gotta be a choir boy. Simple as that. If the girl ain't fine, she gotta be cool. This ain't deep. If you as a player got warts in your game, you gotta be a choir boy. Dog, I don't care if your homie say, man, why you kissing up? Why you always kissing up to them damn evaluators and them scouts? How come every time a team or something call, you change your voice? Dog, do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do. And what you want to do is play in the NFL. But what you need to do is clean this stuff up, because this is crazy. You played yourself, big dog. Straight up played yourself. That's what's crazy. Now, I want to go back to that. I ain't done with that video. Got a little more meat on it. Let's go. Ooh, pause.
Nah, I think he just a little bit sidetracked. Like, he be on too many podcasts for me.
Sidetracked. Hold on, I got to hear that again. LSU, the Dartmouth for the South. Let's go.
That's just great.
Nah, I think he just a little bit sidetracked. Like, he be on too many podcasts for me. Too many UFC fights.
Well, I guess he knew he wasn't going to the playoffs.
Too many drunk photos, late night, hanging out. That's just not what people want to see at the next level.
Nah.
I don't think anywhere people want to see it, but these kids have been desensitized and it's been normalized to just show your life for real. This is me, this is my authentic me. Dog, nobody wants your authentic you. You're a representative. If you're a quarterback, you are a face of a franchise, even if you don't want to be, like it or not. Nobody want to see that you was hydrated the night before and you a leader of men. Come on, big dog. Who gave you this advice?
It's not professional.
And so, I think he's going to have a lot of cleaning up to do if he wants to, go to the next level. I do think he's an awesome athlete. Mm-hmm. I thought he brought some swag to Vanderbilt. Like, he was exactly what they needed. Mm-hmm. But at some point, man, it got to balance it all out.
Right.
Yeah. How about not even balancing it all out? Like, let's lead in excess that I'm just all about football. I give you a great way of doing that without being corny, because I understand what the fight is. Oh, dog, I got to represent who I am, but at the same time, do what I got to do. Caleb Downs, like, give it to me. What's bad about Caleb Downs? Nothing. What's fake about Caleb Downs? Nothing. He just shows you he's all ball, right? Because we all got an issue in our game. You can always break someone down and say, well, But you don't do that when you all of a sudden know that this person is pulling in the same direction as you. You start turning those negatives into positives, right? You start looking at situations and say, well, he did have that problem, but because of his character, look what came from it. Look at the resolution of it based on your character. But when they don't believe in your character, all they do is look at your issues and they harp on them. And then all of a sudden, they come back to haunt you.
You know, and I don't know whether to blame him or his brothers. You know,
everybody might get a little bit of blame.
It's some stuff you can't do, man. Especially when you that level, in your career, man. Like you don't want to cause yourself any bad rap, you know. So yeah, I hope.
Man, come on, he waited this long to get this close to the finish line. I don't know where he would have went if all things would have went in his favor either, because he's still short. But I played with Drew Brees, who was a second rounder, who was called short, who they said they questioned his arm strength. But Drew Brees was all ball. So you're like, yeah, I don't know if he can see over the line. Yeah, I don't know. Drive him in the second round. We'll figure it out. Because he wants to figure it out. Diego, they don't know if you want to figure it out. They don't know if you want to put in that extra work to see if you can see around these 6'7" offensive linemen when you 5'7". You get it, Diego?
He gets it right. He seems like a good kid. Just likes to have fun. But you're a quarterback.
You're a quarterback.
So, you know, you could have fun. You just got to structure it a little better.
Oh man, I'm sure Johnny could give him a few pointers. You know what I'm saying?
Blah blah blah. No, Johnny, don't do that. Here's the thing. There's a game within the game. There's a game within the game, and you got to play that game. I wish. And look, culturally, this is an issue with my people. And culturally, this is an issue with all of us in this country, in this world. Like, we get too cool for school. You can see that kid, you can see that adult where you're like, dog, won't you just kiss ass? You're like, I ain't kissing nobody ass. Okay, now you're going to be kissing the ground because guess what? You're going to be fired, and down, what you going to do? I ain't kissing no ass. Kissing ass to me means this. Make sure the person that you're working with or working for knows that you care. Kissing ass don't mean, oh, that joke was funny. No. Kissing ass to me just means you know that I know that we know we going that way together. Okay? I'm going to let you know that. That's kissing ass. But we take it to where, I got to just, everything he does, I got to like it. I can't disagree. Like, dog, no. All he wants to know is, dog, if I'm the pilot and I take a nap, are you going to be my co-pilot? Can you land this plane? Do you care? Have you been paying attention? Are you watching what all these knobs and gadgets do up here? Or are you just like, where the flight attendants at? I'll be right back. Hey, Cap, I'll be right back. I'll be in the back. You know what I'm saying? They got all the drink back there, dog. They got that drink and them warm nuts too. Oh shit. I'll be back. Like anyway, Diego. Good luck, man, in Baltimore. There's a shot. I don't know who the backups are in Baltimore anymore. I don't know who they're. I know one thing against working against you. You ain't black. And if you ain't black at quarterback in Baltimore, good luck. They got some kind of reverse racism or something going on in Baltimore. Black quarterbacks only, okay? It's like we going back in time, like civil rights discrimination. They be like, the sign says white quarterbacks, and they got to go on the other side of the street. Then it say black quarterbacks. I'm joking, but I'm serious. I ain't never seen a white quarterback in Baltimore, not since Joe Flacco. After Joe Flacco left and got that Super Bowl, they were like, all black. It's crazy. Love to you guys, man. Beat it up in the comments. You know we just joking. Big Perk, thank you for the super chat. He says, here for the kids. Keep doing it, big dog. Y'all in the building. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do this for the kids. Real spit. I do this for the kids because I want kids to understand somebody loves them. Somebody cares about them. And I know you guys do too. But at the same time, it's tough for kids to find real programming out there. And if you like sports, you turn on TV, you be like, they play with you. They start making you think stuff ain't what it is. They lie to you, all that stuff. They ain't telling the truth. You don't believe me? Check this out. This happened during the draft too.
Wow, this is a reach.
Did y'all hear that in the background? That's Nick Saban, who I love, but at the same time got caught slipping on a hot mic. Oh, that's a reach. He talking about the Dallas Cowboys and they pick. Uh-oh.
Back here in Pittsburgh, outside Acrisure
Okay, so now I don't know what the hell gonna happen right here.
Stadium. First night for the 2026 NFL Draft. Reese Davis, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, and Nick Saban.
He gonna have to clean it up though.
With you, Molly McGrath in the green room. Field Yates, Pete Thamel, Stanford Steve Coughlin, all here covering the opening night. The Dallas Cowboys picked Caleb Downs from Ohio State with the 11th overall pick.
You better hurry up, Goodell. Walking in here like you walking in here like you Diego Pavia, like you own the spot.
Now, how about them Cowboys? Back on the clock, and the pick is in. Here comes the commissioner.
Why y'all booing this man? I can't stand when they boo him. This dude has grown the game so much. I will give you my quick story. Joey Bosa, 29 sacks, $128 million. Marcellus Wiley, 29 sacks, $40 million. That's in the same lifespan. That's in the same life term. Someone has grown this game 3X, 4X in some cases. There are $60, $70 million football players. When I grew up, people didn't even want to play football because, one, it was violent. Two, they wasn't getting paid. This man has a lot to do with it. Look, I'm not about establishment, all that. I ain't doing that. I'm just saying, if somebody doing their gig, they doing their job, celebrate it. I know it's a trend now to just boo him, but y'all tripping. I mean, he is certainly imperfect. We know there's been some incidents that he didn't necessarily handle, and I think that was because of role. Roger Goodell wanted to do all things, take some of them hats off, and he finally did. You can't be judge, jury, and executioner because they're going to execute you. Because they don't like everything that you do. But boy, in terms of growing the game, oh man, give it to him. Thank you. Thank you.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence, defensive end, University of Central Florida.
Malachi Lawrence, pass rusher from UCF, celebrating with his family.
He didn't want to do that dance. Somebody forced him. Keep going.
Family put up great numbers at the combine, an elite athlete.
Well, what Nick Saban ended up saying? Well, after he called him a reach, this is a good pick. No. We already heard it. It's okay, Nick. It's okay. That's how the game goes. Like, people really get programmed. Like, so my grander point is, for the itty bitties, I really do this show with them in mind. Look, I got my jokes. I know sometimes they're edgy. I do it on purpose. I'm going to talk about everybody. I don't have any issues with these people. If they have issues with me, that is their personal problem. But I do it for the kids because I want the kids to have a uncle still. I want the kids to have granddaddy still. It ain't no daddies at home. They ain't got no daddies. That's hopeless. I ain't trying to be at home with your mama. I can't do a baby mama again. Nope. So y'all need somebody to look at and be like, yo, he's keeping it real. That's it. I'm tired of this fluff world. You turn on TV, you getting programmed. Like, for real. How do I know that? Because I've been on TV before. I'm like, this ain't it. So now you could be in a situation like this. Beat it up in the comments. We're going to talk about Kevin Durant and the programming that exists with him in this situation. Watch how we weave through this one, and watch how they're trying to put stains in your brain. We're going to beat that up and let you guys know how they're doing that. Also, we're going to get into Pablo Torre, who's going to expose the worst parts of the Rossini-Vrabel scandal from his journalistic perspective. Look forward to that. Mike Tomlin is going to tell us the real reason he left the Steel City. We're going to get into that. Shannon Sharp is going to compare the Rossini scandal to Ime Udoka. Vrabel versus Udoka, because it does seem like there's a difference, but there's also a difference in coverage. Something's going on. Shannon Sharp, who's been through his own fire, is going to break that down. And the movie Michael Jackson sets records. I saw it. I reviewed it. Also, we got Van Lathan, who reviewed it. A lot of people are talking. Rotten Tomatoes tried to hate on it. We're going to get into all that. The conspiracy of Michael Jackson. My wife broke this down last night. I couldn't believe it. Damn near didn't go to dinner because I was like, wow, that makes sense. So we're going to break all that down and more. Love to you guys. Give you guys some love. Shout out to all the members in the building. Stomp is in the building for show. And our top fans. Number 5, Fry Bryce. I see you, big dog. Mars Madness, TC210, Stomp. Oh, Stomp in second place. And Big Perk. Big Perk is number 1. That's, hey, Stephen A. This Big Perk. Big Perk. Well, speaking of Big Perk, we're about to hear from him as they try to program us to look at Kevin Durant a certain way. Let's start with his teammates, though. Is this programming?
They're trying to stop him, and the other guys got to be aggressive. We got to be aggressive out of it. We got to make the right reads out of it, make the right decisions, and it's on him to find ways to get himself involved and get to his spots without the excluding double team. Just because he getting double team, we still need him to be KD. So there's still ways around it, and we got some fixes to it, and we're gonna be better next 2 games.
Nothing wrong with that. Blah, blah, blah. That's a teammate keeping it real. Hey, you still got to be you, which is a double team means nothing to you, right? Single coverage means barbecue chicken. Double coverage means still find a way. Figure it out. KD, use us as you must. But there's some issues going on in Houston because obviously you know that KD is hurt. You know that KD's been going through it. But to what extent?
Hey, Perk, what do you make of this situation?
I mean, look, Scott, seriously, it's dysfunctional over there, man, to be honest with you, man. And the Rockets this offseason, they're going to have a lot of soul searching to do. I was happy to see Kevin Durant on the bench tonight.
Okay, you catch that. That's how it starts. Little breadcrumbs, little seeds planted. I was happy to see Kevin Durant on the bench. This has happened in multiple stories over the years. There's been a time where I think it was Blake Griffin or Chris Paul with the Lob City wasn't on the bench. Kawhi Leonard, not on the bench. I keep hearing this not on the bench talk. Do you watch an NFL game, you don't see the guy on the bench. Or you see the guy, LaDainian Tomlinson, he's on the bench, but he has a hoodie on and his helmet on. Is he really let me tell you guys this. There's no deep conspiracy. Right? There's no deep conspiracy. There's no great gain by being on the bench. In comparison to if you really have an injury, you don't need to be on the bench. Let's just start here. If you're on the bench and you're injured, can you get out the way and protect yourself in case the play of action is on the sideline? In the NFL, you see guys run on the sideline all the time. Can you get out the way? In the NBA, they usually are sitting. But if you're sitting there and somebody's coming your way, can you protect yourself? That's part one. That's what they're considering. I'm just giving you the guidelines and protocols. They're saying, can you protect yourself? Part two, is it advantageous to be there? Like, are you going to be in a situation where you're uncomfortable, you're putting stress on your body, inflammation, whatever it may be? Or would it be better you to be either A, getting rehab exactly at this moment, or B, watching it in a comfortable environment, a better setting than right next to the action? Okay, you got a flat tire, but you're going to be right there next to the NASCAR Indy 500. Vroom, 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 vroom. And you just right there on the sideline. I need to be right here instead of in the press box, instead of in the owner's box. For what? Okay, so these are all the variables you weigh. Oh, but if he on the sideline, he can help us figure it out. Yeah, but he can't put ball in bucket. So this is all the things. It's a variable it's an equation of variables. Simple as that, okay? But did you hear him say it was good to see him on the sideline? How many points he scored, Perk? None. Okay.
It seemed like it's a disconnect there in the locker room with Kevin Durant and the young guys. And in order for this Rockets organization to get where they're trying to go, and that's getting back to clutch city type vibes, meaning championship vibes, somebody's going to have to be that leader in the locker room, and it's going to have to be Kevin Durant.
Oh, so that's the problem. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm not even saying if it's Kevin Durant or not, or the leader or not. But the problem is no one's been a leader in the locker room. That's the problem with this team right here. How? I thought the problem was, look, DeAndre Ayton was doing something different in the first few games, and then last night we saw DeAndre Ayton, you actually could score against him. There's numbers to support that. I can show it to you. I thought it was the fact that the team, you didn't see what was coming because it wasn't Austin Reeves, it wasn't Luka, it was LeBron-led, and everybody stepped up. So now we don't even have the film study of this team as designed right now currently. You know? I thought it was Kennard out there going ham and shooting. But no, it's the locker room and Kevin Durant ain't on the sideline and it's the lack of leadership. Okay, it could be. But I don't know the evidence for that.
People don't realize how it is for us being a leader, and just being on the bench goes a long way to support your teammates, especially during a trial time like they was going through being down 3-0.
Trying time, blah, blah, blah. I know I misspeak too, so correct me when I do. Shut it, people. Dog, you know how many games I played and the star player, Junior Seau, whoever it was on the sideline? I mean, what do you mean? Like, it comforted me? No, it didn't. It was just like, he's there, it's good. If he ain't there, I'm still good. What do you mean? You know how much football I played? You think I need to hear Kevin Durant just talk to me and bark at me and tell me to do this and don't do that? It's great. I got a coach for that. If I know that if Kevin Durant ain't here, he getting healthy, and then he's going to be back here, I'd much rather not hear you. You can speak through your action because your actions are louder than your words. I'd rather you give me 28, 10, and 11 than you just give me 28 words and 10 syllables and 11 consonants. Is that a word? Come on, man. But you know why? This is a narrative against Kevin Durant. He's already said, I'm not a leader. So therefore, anytime something trying happens around Kevin Durant, he's not a leader. Y'all don't believe me? Just watch.
Amen Thompson was asked about an hour ago how KD is feeling, and he said, to be honest with you, I don't know. So whether that means KD's been doing all of his rehab away from the team or the team hasn't really necessarily been checking in on him, that's another dynamic to look for as we head towards tip-off.
And I love DMC. Shout out to Malika Andrews' husband right here, DMC, Dave McMenamin. Great dude. But he didn't do his job right then. Okay, I asked him, what's up with KD? How you feeling stuff? He said, I don't know. The player said, I don't know. What was the follow-up? The follow-up was like, oh, good, I can run with the narrative that the team is not close because they don't even know what's wrong with Kevin Durant. You could get that answer. Is it because you haven't seen Kevin Durant, he's doing treatment, or is it because Kevin Durant, when you see him, he doesn't speak to you? Y'all always nosy journalists. I thought we were journalists. See what I'm saying? So it's simple. It's implicit bias. They don't like Kevin Durant fully. You know people don't really like Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant don't care if you like him. That is the worst person for people who want to have integrity or title, people who want to lead with their job. They hate when they're talking to someone who don't give a damn because now you can't impress them. I am a journalist from the Wall Street Journal, Kevin. And he's like, what? I don't give a damn about your Pulitzer Prize. I don't care. I don't care what you say. And they hate that. So it makes them all of a sudden with their implicit bias stop doing their job. DMC does his job. He couldn't find out if his teammate was either A, not present, or B, present, but not communicating. So you go on the air and tell millions of people that, oh, Kevin Durant, I don't know. And then all of a sudden you start seeing stuff like this that really actually breaks it down. Let me help you guys see this with me, okay? Those saying Kevin Durant quit on his team in the middle of the playoffs are clueless. KD played in 78 of 82 games this year, and he's 37. Come on, y'all. We forget. See how quick we forgot? Like the dude didn't tap out at all this year. He suffered an unlucky knee injury in practice and missed game one. Okay? Sorry y'all didn't get to see him get hurt, but he got hurt in practice. That's one of the worst injuries too, because cats be like, you sure you got hurt? You be like, yeah, I got hurt. When? In practice. Really? What happened? And you tell them and they're like, oh. Like they don't believe you. You're like, dog, you got to see it for it to. Fans are like, if I didn't see it happen in the game, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you mean? So then he played through the injury, which is compensation, and then he suffers another unlucky injury to his ankle in game two. Yeah, let's just, what's that song? The knee bone is connected to the ankle bone, like that. All right, so he played through that, and then he played through that. So this injury usually sidelines players 2 or more weeks. KD is going through around-the-clock treatment. Oh, that's why he's not on the bench. Oh, okay. Rockets aren't as good without KD, you think? That's why they're down 3-0. Now it's 3-1. Don't buy into the online narratives or media narratives. KD just had bad luck, and it's still the main reason the Rockets were a top 5 seed this year. And you know what they mean by top 5. They mean 5. Ain't nobody ever said I'm top 5 and then they number 1. No. You say you number 1. You ain't number 2 either because you were said top 2. So anyway, Kevin Durant. What a narrative, right? And Shams had to report on it too because I think Shams is like, yo, I got to do my job, y'all. Y'all out here BSing on this dude. Houston's Kevin Durant is expected to miss Game 4, which he did, against the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources tell ESPN Durant has a bone bruise in his sprained ankle, which is sidelined him 2 to 3 weeks in season. He's had all around the clock treatment to play, but has not been cleared by doctors. So hold on. Wiley, talk to him. Man, I took my medicine today. That was my first one. Oh, shout out to Big Sean. Hold up. Let me tell you this. The doctors are holding him back. So when he's not on the bench, I think it may be a doctor excuse. The doctor says, Kevin, don't be on the bench. All this, Kevin Durant, why are you not playing? Doctors haven't cleared him. The only reason I'm doing this is A, because Kevin Durant's my favorite player, but B, seriously, I just want to let you know, if you don't really do your homework and research, these headlines, these top layers of stories, they'll mess you up every single time. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Kevin Durant story. I think it's just unfortunate timing. Nobody plays 78 or 82 games and all of a sudden now they got a problem. I'm quitting on the team. I'm out. I don't care about these kids. Look, he already did it. He already told you what he thinks of them. The burner account. We know it. Don't mean he ain't going to go out there and go for it. Just means I ain't got what I need. Kevin Durant does not have the team he needs to get them to where they want to go. And Kevin Durant's part of that problem as well. So I'm not absolving him of that. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think as we get into some more of these topics. We got Pablo Torre still coming up. He's going to expose what's going on in the Vrabel Rossini scandal from a journalism perspective. Mike Tomlin going to tell us the real reason he left the Pittsburgh Steelers. Uh-oh. Really? And he's the NBC analyst. They interrupted the damn game to announce this. It's gangster. Shannon Sharp is going to compare Rossini scandal to M.A. Udoka. I can see one layer of that. And Michael Jackson movie sets records. We're going to dive into the records they broke, and shout outs to all the people who are behind that success. We're going to review it as well. Let's get into the story. Who are our top fans real quick? Fry Bryce, Mars Madness, TC210, number 3, Stomp, and Big Perk. The standings are the same, but you know what's different? Who's going to be the head coach down for the Pelicans? Because 4-time All-Star and 2-time NBA champion Rajon Rondo is among the candidates in the Pelicans coaching search. Let me just give you one thing. I did this panel with Rajon Rondo before, and you know he's quieter than the average Bear, but at the same time he can talk. You know what I mean? But he's quieter. What I was impressed with, his basketball knowledge is not great. And this is from an NBA player perspective. Like, they all know ball. He's next level. Like, Rajon Rondo, I'm hoping he gets an opportunity to flex that brain power. Because he said he used that, along with them long-ass arms, to really have a stellar career in the NBA. But his brain, like, he's really a deep thinker, really like a critical thinker, really a nerd up in there in terms of the X's and O's. And I remember tucking that away and just waiting for a moment to say, yep, this dude's going to be a coach. This dude's going to be an analyst or something. He's going to be something that communicates the game tremendously to those who need to play it or understand it. And hopefully he gets that opportunity. Okay? So let's see Rondo. Let's see him get that gig. Let's see what happens. Now, speaking of somebody who has a gig but don't want the gig no more, Steve Kerr. And they went back in time, and I love doing this in the beginning of the show, or wherever we are right now in the show, is kind of like unsolved mysteries, right? So Steve Kerr, on his decision to bench Jayson Tatum during the Olympics, is an unsolved mystery. We're like, why? And even Jayson Tatum is butthurt, and as he should be. But at the same time, how long can you complain about that? So he really can't get the answers he wants because he hasn't had transparency. Well, finally, it seems like Steve Kerr wants to answer it and be real. He said, we had LeBron James and Kevin Durant ahead of him. They're two of the greatest players of all time. Jayson happened to be playing the same position as them. Say, so far, you're like, ooh, Jayson, you better duck. He gonna tell the real. Got to take a little of that cocaine. That's my medicine. So right now, hey, look, you really want to know? LeBron and KD in front of you. Shut up. That's what he's basically saying. But it gets better. If I had just said I'm going to play the best 5 guys or whatever, then yeah, Jayson's probably out there. But you're trying to put together a team. So peep game. and this is real as a coach, sometimes you can't play just 1 through 5 in talent. You can't. You're like, matchups. You're like, playing time. Like, I need my second unit not to be 6 through 10 because their second unit, they actually got some guys that could go. So I need to save some firepower. It's a lot of ways you got to match make. So I give them that. And so, ironically, the guys I played ahead of him were also Boston Celtics, Derek White and Drew Holiday. We needed guys who were on-ball defenders, facilitators. On-ball defenders, facilitators. I'm going to say it again, y'all. On-ball defenders and facilitators who would make Steph and LeBron and Kevin better. He added Steph now. Jayson wasn't really suited for that role as well as those other guys. So Derek White and Drew Holiday, who were his teammates, were better on-ball defenders and facilitators. Okay, Drew Holiday, you can say yes, definitely on-ball defender. Derek White, you can say, I don't know about that. But facilitators, on this show, we keep receipts. On this show, the internet's undefeated. So just 1 month before the Olympics, guess what Jayson Tatum was doing? Making history. Doing what only Hakeem Olajuwon did. LeBron James did 3 times. Jokic did once. Duncan did once. Larry Bird did twice. Is win the title and lead your team in total points, rebounds, and assists. Facilitator, anyone? Yay. Oh, man. Stop playing with us, Steve Kerr. If you ain't going to say the real, don't say nothing at all. It was another issue there. We still don't know. This is still an unsolved mystery. There's still another issue of why Jayson Tatum got benched. I mean, no time, some of them games. It doesn't make sense. So, as Grandma said, you can't make sense out of nonsense, baby. All right, we're going to get into this Pablo Torres topic right quick right now. But I just want y'all to see one thing before we do that, because y'all know me. I love talking about LeBron. Give him his flowers. 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, this is the GOAT conversation. I don't see Jordan up here. Who cares? Because he played with Dennis Rodman, so he ain't going to get the rebounds. Sorry, you can't win the title and lead your team in rebounds if Rodman's on your team. Oh, but when he had Horace Grant and them guys, well, Pippen was getting some assists and you know, whatever. I know he led them in points. Rebounds and assists, he had other guys fighting for it. But LeBron did it 3 times, which tells me LeBron not only insane, but 2, wow, he didn't have specialists maybe like Jordan did. Like, who's your assist king? Who's your rebound king? LeBron? No, but I am. That's interesting. For that GOAT conversation, that helps LeBron, just being real. All right, let's move on. Let's get to it. Pablo, what's crack-a-lackin'? Let's break down Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana.
I want to give one example of what a very established, and in this case, very notably, male NFL insider, a direct competitor to Diana Russini, might be doing out in public that could cause, in any journalism ethics conversation, a real question.
Okay, we're going to get into this. Obviously, this is Vrabel Russini as the world turns, as the story continues to evolve, but in different ways, and it's calling into question journalism. It's calling into question how that really plays in this story and in day-to-day interactions between journalists and coaches, players, the NFL, sports, etc. Okay? Because the journalists right now are on the defense. They could say, oh, it's because of gender. Y'all picking on Diana Russini. No. I told you there's 2 questions we ask every reporter. Male, are you here to slander my name or here to really do the job? Because I know you're resentful because you're fat ass. Because you didn't go pro. It's just real. It's hard to be around. Look, you played ball. Now let's change it because a lot of people going to say, it ain't that deep. You love Spanish. Okay? You love Spanish. And you wanted to be the Spanish expert for the UN. And you wanted to be the translator. And then you get close, hiring, you get up there. Oh, your second interview, third interview, and finally the UN says no. But you know what you can do? You can work for the UN and cover our Spanish translator, the one who got the job. Let's just say there's some uncomfortable conversations that are not being had. right? You feel a little certain way. I don't know if resentment's always the word, but just unfulfilled expectations. Men reporters have unfulfilled expectations. Now, it could have happened in grade school, it could have happened in high school, college. I don't know when it ended for you, beat writer, insider, but it did. Woman, it's simple conversation. Are you here to do the job or are you here to get some work? You know what the work is.
It takes us to the very same week when Diana Rossini's photos were taken. We're going to now 3 days after that, actually.
All right, we have our annual NFL Coaches Day Drinking Day. Oh, just doing a little hey. I joined Whisper Rock here years ago. The best coach. Showing it all. Here we go. Hey, who is that?
That's Jay Glazer, NFL insider, saying this is the tweet caption for people who aren't watching the video. One of my favorite days of the year, our 18th annual NFL Head Coaches Day Drinking Day at the NFL Owners Meeting. I started this with Mike Tomlin. Oh, and the stories that are shared are classic. We had 28 of 32 coaches show.
If they don't label it, they should label it something else. Day drinking just sounds too vague as July 4th. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they NFL coaches, I understand what he's saying. Because it leads us to slant this story in a way that I don't think it needs to be. Like, you could call that a picnic and it's good. Like, you ain't got to go day drinking, but let's hear.
So immediately, like, not allowed by any sort of journalism school code of ethics. But I should point out, 2.6 million views on that, 10,000 likes. As far as I can tell, no immediate eruption of how dare you, compromising your integrity, favoring your friends, all of that.
Is this comparative analysis right now? I'm going to let him finish, but bring it home. What does got to do with Rossini? Because all the coaches are together and then a journalist is hosting a drinking party for them, with them. Okay, so that means by the same comparison, so when they're on the road and the journalist flies on the plane with the coach, and then they all go to the hotel bar because they don't have curfew like the players, that's a problem too. So we're now taking, because of what Rossini and Vrabel allegedly did, to a place where they shouldn't have any interactions that are adult. Like, strictly the job. If I'm not in the locker room and they're not naked players walking around and I'm doing this and try to ask questions, then we shouldn't be in contact. Because Rossini and Vrabel did it the wrong way, allegedly. Oh, that's what we're doing here? That makes no sense. Let's go.
What is Glazer's job? His job is to go on TV every single weekend and give the betting audience information they can have in order to bet or to help them with fantasy or to just give them information that they can pretend they know as firsthand so they can be cool when they're talking to other people on a Monday morning.
So something that I want to do vocabulary-wise is point out that I don't believe Jay Glazer would call himself a journalist.
Thank you. Because what David was saying, I was like, dog, you said all that to just basically say, Jay Glazer ain't tripping on going to Syracuse and getting that degree in journalism and climbing the corporate ladder. Jay Glazer like, no, I know players, I know coaches, they the homies. I can tell you what the homies are doing. I can tell you as much as I can tell you. And that can help inform you so you can make your decisions, your gambling bets. You can be informed at the water cooler. You can win the conversation at the barbershop, whatever you want. Jay Glazer is not a journalist. I mean, insider is like a term they put on all of them. Some of them not even inside. Some of them just outside. Jay Glazer like, I'm outside.
I believe Jay Glazer has a title of insider, and part of his currency, his actual upfront credibility is, look at everybody that I know.
Is Diana a journalist or an insider? Or can you be both?
I think the entire premise of her job was that she was both.
Oh, God. I love this. What the hell? What is a journalist versus an insider? Like, I know that there are different roles you can have within it, but are we really trying to just do this so we don't really talk about the issue at hand? I know that they like Diana. I know that Diana works there, so now we're like, oh, is she a journalist? Is she an insider? Is she both? Whatever she was supposed to be, she wasn't doing that. She was doing extra. Let's talk about what she was, not what she was supposed to be. What she was, we know what this is. I went to a dinner last night, and it's funny, like at this dinner, there was a bunch of top-level executives from different, let me try and throw y'all off my scent, different factions of this world, right? And all they do is eat, drink, talk business, talk family, talk social, and then want to hang out. Because they on the road so much that they got to find life experiences outside. Now, if you're working with them, yes, you guys had a day full of Zooms and conference calls and seminars, but now it is 8:30 p.m. I don't care what your role is in the corporation. Now you the homie. If you riding from this point forward, you the homie. Where we going? I went home because I don't work with them. I just know them. They in town. I said, I got you, big dog. And my boy invited me. Let's go. Then they were like, all right, y'all have a good night. We about to go hang. One lives in Japan. One lives in New York. One lives in the Bay. Guess what they were doing? They in LA for 3 days. Come on, y'all. Like, people are trying to protect this. This is a lie. I don't give a damn what your job is. Executive assistant. I don't care. It's 8:30 p.m. You hanging? All right, you the homie.
And that, in fact, insider has been, until perhaps recent days, synonymous, often with journalists.
Not to us. Not in the industry.
But this video, imagine if poolside, it was not Jay Glazer, but Diana Russini with 28 of 32 NFL head coaches day drinking.
We don't have to imagine. Now, I haven't seen the video, but they said that her and Vrabel threw their own pool party right there. And we wouldn't have heard of it until they got caught up in Sedona. But the point is, they already doing this. Let's take the curtain back. Let's go behind the veil. This ain't nothing new. What I'm trying to say is, y'all give me all these titles and all this. The ball boy, the equipment manager on the road when we have curfew hangs out with the coaches. The coaches, position coaches hangs out with the coordinator. The coordinator can hang out with the head coach. The head coach can hang out with the team president and general manager. They can hang out with the owner. Do y'all know about Jerry Jones's bus? That bus is everywhere. Go to any big NFL event. That bus is there. What do you think they doing on that bus? Transactions? They kicking it. And everybody on that bus ain't an owner. They're not all the same level. Work is a social experience. And now they trying to really hone in on what the titles are because they want to dance around the real, which is they were socializing.
Immediately, right? Part of the frustration, both by, I can imagine, a Diana Russini and by other female self-identified journalists who in real life have really resented, the ones that I've talked to have resented the implication that this is standard practice, what Diana is accused of.
You got to be careful when you hear people argue or counter-argue what they're using for ammunition, because women are offended that Diana got caught up and now everyone is thinking, they say, that that's how all women are in the industry. That's a lie. First of all, I'm a man and I was in the industry and I've been on both sides of this. That's a lie. No, I'm not looking at, you think now I'm looking at Linda Cohn like, ooh? You think now I'm looking like, oh my God. What's her name? Sideline reporters. Golly, I don't know any sideline reporters. Give me some. Pam Oliver. I'm like, ooh, Pam. Mm-hmm. I ain't thought about, matter of fact, that's the point. I couldn't even think of her name, and I know how big time she is because I'm not thinking of her like this. When this story pops up, I'm not thinking, Pam Oliver be getting it in. And if she ends up getting it in and it comes out, we'll deal with it then. But it's not my thought, is the point. He said that women are upset because they're thinking that we're thinking that. We're not. We're not. That may be a hit dog that's hollering or at least about to holler. Stop. You're only as trusting as you're trustworthy. So if you think that people are now not trusting you, how trustworthy are you? Don't start leaking and start thinking, they're thinking this about me. There's no reason to think that about you. Or is there? So miss me with that argument, that counter argument. Women can throw pool parties for what? Do you know how many times I've been to events? I've been to events for women in the business that hosted. Marcellus, can you come? Yeah. What do you think I'm saying? Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Crazy.
Among female journalists, it's just different to be a woman doing this job in sports. And it can be unfair to the point of all of this being an aggravating factor.
It can be unfair. I will give you that point, Pablo. Because you have some knuckleheads who's just going to be like, oh, man, you know she for the smoke. She for the work. Yeah, you could think that. I mean, but they can do that about a man, too. We could always think that the man is resentful and hates all athletes because he couldn't go pro. Like, men have to deal with their own set of issues, too. What I'm trying to say is I'm not speaking on equality. I'm just saying both sides got some hell to pay. If you're an insider, it's a tough gig. That's why there's so few insiders. There are a lot of beat writers. But real insiders with a gig and network and TV, it's tough because how do you get all that access? Those relationships are hard to have. You're talking to rivals. Like you put up a good story about the Jets, it sounds like you hating on the Patriots. So then you counter it with a good story about the Patriots and the Jets are mad. Like everything you're doing is a win-loss conversation. That's how it zero sums out. It's a tough gig. It's a real tough gig. And the ones who get it, they work 25 hours a day. So nobody's sitting there saying men have it easier. I wouldn't even say easier. Look, my ego couldn't handle being a male insider. I know how athletes act. I know how athletes treat them. No. They're nicer to the women. And y'all can say, because they're trying to get some and try to get it. Maybe, but some of them ain't even worth looking at. Some of the women ain't cute enough to even want to talk to. I ain't getting in trouble for that. Being real. It ain't that. It's like, okay, I'm going to be nice to her. She's nicer, sweeter, cooler. This dude just giving me wrong vibes. Like dudes, you know how we act. We territorial, we alphas. It ain't cool for the dudes either, bro.
What if Jay had been with 28 women?
Here's the thing that I was told while making calls. And two sources with direct knowledge of this have confirmed it to me. That pool where Jay Glazer was hosting all of those NFL head coaches and others, across the way of that same pool was Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel. And what she was doing, I am told, was effectively trying to host a rival office Christmas party.
Were the other four coaches there? Is that why it was 28
it was
and 4?
Diana Russini, it was Mike Vrabel, among the Cabanas, and a few other head coaches.
Well, there can only be 4 total.
So I don't have the James Dolan surveillance camera data on who was going when and where. But I can tell you that part of what the game is that Diana Russini was trying to play was, what if I do the thing that Jay Glazer does quite successfully? How can I build my...
I can't go too much further down this road. Diana Russini is not in trouble because she tried to do rival pool parties against Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer said, pool party right here at the hotel where everybody's staying. Diana said, yeah, pool party right here at the hotel where everybody's staying. They're even. They're equal. Now, what Jay didn't do, at least he didn't get caught for doing it, is go to a private place with one of the women coaches in the NFL, and there are women coaches in the NFL, and then say, oh, no, I'm married, but we went to the bathroom 2 hours away. The bathroom line was long at that hotel, so we went to this one. So you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing fruit. Yes, apples to oranges, but you're not comparing apples to apples.
My own party.
It's soul-crushing to have to compete, both as a woman but also as a man. Anyone who's new, trying to become an insider, it's crushing. You know this as a journalist, trying to get sources.
Now, the thing that happened...
He said what I said. It is hard for both sides, women and men.
It's that day at the pool, March 31st, 2026, at the Biltmore, is that all of these head coaches across the pool and their wives, I am told, started talking about Vrabel and Russini. And this was days before the photos broke in the New York Post, which is to say also, a thing I found out is that their friendship was not breaking news to the people at the NFL owners' meetings. They all knew that, in fact, they were out front together at this other competing aspirational party. I want to...
blah, blah, blah. Let me say this, because I love Pablo doing investigative reporting journalism. I found, like, his lane is unique. Like, and he seems like he's the only one wearing that hat to that degree. But right here, you can just tell his conflict. That was too much tap dancing for a journalist. Like, you forgot your typewriter in this one. The journalist is supposed to keep the typewriter by him. Even though things evolve, things change, and I got relationships, I still gonna go old school manuscript on your head, which means I'm gonna keep it real. The element that he was talking in surprise, the level of surprise, like, wow, the owners act like they already knew. People in inner circles already knew. Yeah. Just like in the media circle, we all know who getting down. Stop playing, or we know who for to get down. Stop. It is so easy to know who is flirting. And if you're flirting, why are you flirting? We're here to work. And if you're flirting, you are putting out an alert. Sometimes people flirt, though, just for attention. Right? Not connection. We ain't doing nothing. I just want the attention. Okay? Girls and dudes. Some dudes is always like, yo, what's up? What's up? Now, dudes usually gonna follow through because we different beings, but I've seen attention seekers, even dudes who ain't about to do nothing. They just want that attention. Like, I'm the man. Everywhere they go, they gotta have every girl looking at them, and then they be like, all right, I'm good. All right, got my girl. All right, got my woman. All right, got my wife. All right, I'm good on all of them. I just want that. I want that ego stroke. For women, they flirt, and then you try to press up on them, and they like, what are you doing? What do you mean? I'm just cool. What do you mean? I'm just being nice. Golly. Can't be nice, can't give you a compliment. And you're like, oh, okay. So remember that top layer. But this ain't what this is. And we know. Because everybody's worked in the community. Everyone's worked at a corporation. Everyone's worked at a job place where there are several people and people from both genders. And we know who is there to work and who is there to say, what you doing after work? So it's not shocking to anybody. What I don't like is you're trying to act like this is different than the rest of the world. Like, you have to be in sports to understand this one and how tough it is for them. No, you don't. You just got to know that a man and a woman either gonna keep their, when your wife is wearing her ring and then she's actually wearing your love, it ain't a man out there that could woo her. She's like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's great. Oh, right. But then also you seen the same person ring, but they ain't feeling they life. They ain't feeling they man. You don't even have to say anything. They're like this. Whoa, wow, look at you. You're like, hey, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm doing better now. Come on, y'all. Then you're like, oh, nice to meet you, Marcellus. Tanya, nice meeting you. Where you from? Come on, man. And then we go past that attention layer, and then she really for the action. So what you guys doing later? You want to know, Miss Mary, ma'am, where are we going? You sure? Stop playing. They just don't want to say anymore, and they want to dance around it and give you the cyclone effect, create a tornado and try to confuse you because they know the people. We all with a gun to our head right now, you can say, okay, give me the whole media. Give me all the media. All right, let's go. Are they down for it or not? Maybe we should do that. First, I need to go hang out a little bit more. I ain't been out in the media streets in a minute. And I certainly ain't been in the NFL streets in a minute. But I can find out. I know when I was in there, I knew it wasn't even a question. Duh. Come on, y'all. Stop playing this game. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. All right, we still got to get to the Mike Tomlin headline story. He going to tell us why he really left Pittsburgh. Shannon Sharp got to compare that story, Rossini and the scandal, to Ime Udoka. We definitely going to do those, so don't go anywhere. I'm definitely going to do those. And the Michael Jackson review. Now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. That Michael Jackson review might be tomorrow. Let me stop. But we definitely going to get to Tomlin. We definitely going to get to Shannon Sharp. So beat it up in the comments. Oh, let me see what y'all doing. Any members in the building? Yep, my man Stomp is still here. I see Jared M is in the building. Shout out to all you guys and the top fans. Let's see what we got crack-a-lacking. Number 5, Sal Perez woke up. Finally, where you been? Darren the Jedi Knight 4, Adrian Robles 3, my dog Big Perk is there, battling with Stomp, who's number 1. I love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep rocking, because this hit me, and I said, oh, it's official. Look at that. Welcome the legendary Mike Tomlin to our Sunday Night Football coverage team. And I will say what everybody's thinking right now. Mike Tomlin looked different when he ain't like sunglasses, hat on, little hoodie. Now he all cleaned up. Look like he going to the homeboy's graduation. He got on that 8th grade suit. Like, look, Mike Tomlin, my dog. Some people just look different. Like girls always trick me with hats on. Oh, I'll be like, baby, put a hat on. Because if you look like a 10 with a hat, you're 11 with it. 10 without a hat is an 11 with one. Hats always throw me off for sunglasses. I'll be like, whoa. I remember when I was dating, I used to do that. I used to get caught slipping. I meet some girl with an Ed Hardy hat and some sunglasses on. I'm like, oh. I go back and tell the homies, dog, you don't understand who I met. Tanya, insane. I keep using Tanya, throw y'all off. Tanya's insane, right? Man, we go on that first date. My boy like, is this Tanya? I was like, she had on a hat. It's so crazy. Oh, man. All right, so let's break it down. What happened, Mike? Talk to us. From beginning to end, 365 days of the year. Same old loving, baby.
Standard, Mike Tomlin here today, and we interrupt this NBA Showtime to break the news that Mike Tomlin will be joining us this fall.
Did you hear that? They broke NBA coverage, playoff coverage. This is big.
For football night in America. Welcome to the team, Coach. I'm so excited to have you. We're going to have a great season.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning from you.
Let's go. And
No
you
doubt.
clean up nice. It's weird to not see you in, like, the sideline gear.
I know usually I'm in the equipment room issue, but I can clean up from time to time. I got a small wardrobe. I'm working on it, though.
All right, so that was her nice way of saying, you look different. She was like, yeah, okay, Mike, okay. Yeah, you cleaned up.
Love it. I'm curious, though. When did you have the blink moment? You always say don't blink, but you had to have a moment when you think about your 19-year career and decide that it was time to walk away and go on to something new. When was that for you?
You know, it's probably not an overnight decision, but it's probably not something that I could articulate or share with people. There's a loneliness with leadership. I just thought it was a good time for me personally, and by that I mean just where I am in life. And I thought it was a good time for the organization, to be quite honest with you.
Man, he looked different with that hat on. Anyway, loneliness and leadership. Wow. Tomlin, this is why everybody wanted him on their broadcast and on their network. He gonna drop jewels. The loneliness in Pittsburgh may have been the fact that he didn't have the same level of support that he once had. We certainly know the fans turned on him more than ever. And there's still obviously a huge population of people that love Mike Tomlin there. Let's not go there. But you started hearing boos. Then we hear fire Mike Tomlin chants. Yeah, that's a loneliness. That's a loneliness. So I get where you're coming from. And then all the conversations that are kind of probably out of bounds. There's a lot of out of bounds conversations that go around with Mike Tomlin's name. We've covered that before, but let's see if he presents it.
We didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs in recent years, and there's just some veteran players there, man, guys like Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt and Boswell, man, that I thought just that were worthy of the excitement and the optimism associated with new leadership.
Yeah. And so you're probably like, okay, so now what do I do? I know that I've seen you at baseball games. You came to a Knicks game. I feel like that was a big part of the recruitment, by the way, of Mike Tomlin. But you make the decision to go into broadcasting. What made you decide you wanted to take everything you've learned being in leadership in the NFL as a head coach to the stage in front of the camera?
And what's crazy is the fans forgot that this guy didn't have any losing seasons. They forgot that he always puts you in the conversation. Look, he won you a chip, and then more importantly, you were always in the conversation of getting a chip. And if you don't understand what that means, go to some of these other franchises that are not in that same predicament, okay? Just simple as that. So the appreciation level obviously started to wane, and sooner or later, it affects you. If you're not being appreciated, it's one thing for you guys not to support me, but just to still appreciate me, right? A rival can appreciate you. A rival doesn't have to support you, just, I see what you're doing, big dog. When you lose that connection, it starts to feel weird.
I just thought it'd be a great way to stay connected to the game and the awesome people in it. Players, coaches, executives, and excited about doing that on Sunday night and traveling to different venues and getting that feel for the environment. And lastly, I just thought it'd be awesome to share insight with fellow football lovers. I love to talk football, and so that's just an exciting component for me. I got to admit, though, there's going to be some anxiety about stepping into a new space, but good anxiety. You know, it's good to be uncomfortable, the growth associated with that. And so, man, I'm fired up about it.
Yeah, I got your back. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you better have my front, too. You better.
Hey, Mike Tomlin already comfortable. He said, don't just have my back, have my front, too. I'll be saying that same stuff, too. Real. Shout out to Kenton Powell. Shout out to you for the love, man. He gave a gift membership to 5 new members. I will give y'all some love. And Stomp DC said we call that catfishing. Oh, okay. So when you're dating someone and they got the caps on, you call it catfishing. I smell it. I smell it, Stomp. That makes sense.
I'm also curious, though. You just said it. We're going to travel every single week for Football Night in America. That's a part of this announcement of Mike Tomlin also joining us. But what were you doing during the draft? For the first time in 19 seasons, you didn't have to be locked in a war room somewhere figuring out who you wanted to take. Like, how do you spend your time now? What are we doing?
You know, that's a good question. I was at a cigar bar hanging out with some guys and, you know, supposedly watching the draft, but you start telling war stories and so forth, the draft's watching you. But it was fun to watch it through a different lens. And when you
Let me talk about that real quick. There's nothing better than for me to go to an NFL football game, like I'm a Chargers season ticket holder. They're right here at SoFi, that's my squad. And just sitting there, you don't have the anxiety. Like usually when I'm pulling up, PTSD pulling up to a stadium, like I'm shaking kind of like, I got to go out there and go to battle. Now I just go out there and I'm about to go kick it and hang out and hydrate and chill. Win or loss, it doesn't hit me the same. Look, I want the Chargers to win. At the same time, I'm not going to die if we lose. I'm not going to lose my money if we lose. Right? Matter of fact, if y'all keep losing, I might make some money because these tickets going to be cheaper. Let me stop. Point being, it's a different way. And it feels so good when you can return to something you've been doing for so long in a different space. I feel them.
When you're not on the clock, you can just appreciate what a significant moment that is for the young people. And so to watch those guys get drafted, man, and live out a component of their dreams. Now, we all know now the work starts, but that was a big night for those guys, and it's just fun to just watch it from that perspective.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like he just, like y'all saying in the comments, he's stress-free. Like, look, dog, there's other ways to the top, and there's other lucrative ways to the top. Like, I don't know what his contract terms are, but these dudes are making coaching money. Like, I bet Mike Tomlin's making more than one of, if not many, of the NFL coaches right now. I guarantee you that. And now all you got to do is go up there and just talk. And being real, because Tony Dungy's gone and he's there and he's in that same role, he going to kill it. Dungy's a nice guy, but Dungy didn't kill it in that role. That's not what Dungy does, right? But Dungy was there because he's such a brand and he associates with so many great things about the game. But in terms of just word content, in terms of just pure content, Mike Tomlin, he gonna improve that role. That role is about to go out of control. It's about to be a way better broadcast just to keep it 1,000. Wow.
Can't let you leave here without putting you to work just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit.
Okay.
Can you tell me who you believe will be the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers next season?
Man, if you got a gun to my head, I'd say it's AR. I just think, Aaron, I just think being around him for the 12 months that I'm around him, he got a love affair with the game of football. And not only the game, but the process. The informal moments, the development of younger guys, the interaction with teammates. I think he has an addiction to that, and there's only one way to feed it. And certainly, he is still capable and in really good shape. And so I think at the end of the day, he'll play football.
Well, at the end of the day, what you just proved right now is that you're going to be an amazing teammate and addition to Football Night in America, because the story right there is everything we need on Sundays. It's going on the road every single week. Mike Tomlin will officially be a part of the team. We can't wait to get it going.
Blah, blah, blah. He just said informal moments. That's what I'm saying. Like, he just said Aaron Rodgers has a love affair and there's only one way to feed that addiction. Informal moment. Like that, and that's true because I was just with Aaron Rodgers at his tournament hosting it like a few weeks ago. Aaron Rodgers loves like ball connections. Like, hey, run this route. Forget what they say. Do this. He loves like all the little subtleties that come with it. He loves introducing himself to a new guy. Like I saw it on full display. And when you leave that and that's gone, a piece of you dies. Like a piece of you is gone. And if you can still ball, you ball till you fall. And Aaron Rodgers has not fallen to those levels, those depths where he needed to say peace. Nope, can't do it. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think of Mike Tomlin in this role. I just think the broadcast is going to get much better. I mean, respect to you, Dungy, but let's go. Let's go, right? It's just that simple. So we'll see what that is. And shout out to all the new members I see, y'all. Juggy App jumped on it. Jaworski, Franklin, TC210, Orlandus, Daniels, and Williams Morgan. Y'all jumped on that. My man Ken Powell hooked y'all up. You said, thank you. Let's go. Respect to you guys. All right, who's our top fans before we get to this Shannon Sharp comparing stories? Ime Udoka love. Who's our top fans? Let's go. It is Adrian Robles, Baseball Mind. Okay, Fried Bryce, Big Perk, and Stomp. I ain't never seen Baseball Mind. Shannon Sharp, break down the difference between Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini and their scandals compared to Ime Udoka and his scandal after somebody asked you about it. I want to hear this. This is interesting.
Professional sports, when a black coach sleep with the help, they lose their job. When it's other way around, y'all know what I'm trying to say. You have to look
I know what you're trying to say.
Situation. There is no ties. Diana Rossini does not work for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel does not work for ESPN. Those situations, look at the situation that you're talking about. I think you're talking about Sharon Moore.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about Mel Tucker. And I think you're talking about Ime Udoka. I think. I could be wrong, chat. And so if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me. Those situations are totally different.
Now, correct. You're talking about subordinates working with somebody and then you guys having that relationship. We all know it. I mean, look, like it reminds me of how you look at degrees in terms of like murder, first degree murder. That means premeditated. I left the house. I did it. Sorry, you went to the sky or whatever. I unalived you, all that. And then there's second degree. Then there's third degree. And then there's manslaughter. Then there's involuntary manslaughter. But every one of those still leads to that person's gone. Now, why, how, intent, different. So you can loosely still be a part of something, right? Different degrees. So no direct, you work for me. But indirectly, you work with me, and what you know or could know works for me. You get it? Let's talk.
Those are people that work at that institution. Now, in some situations, they have it. You can't do that with employees. You can't, if you're a coach, you can't mess with another employee or subordinate.
Well, there's conduct clauses that say you can't even work with people. You can't even fraternize with people who can use information that we have that is private, privy to us to be possibly shared. You can't have somebody that's all of a sudden pillow talking with you. Next thing you know, our top secrets are now their top secrets because they gave you that top. That was a good one.
No, really. Now, Diana Rossini, she's going to have to take that up with her husband. Mike Vrabel's going to have to take that up with his wife. But I don't know. So what is it? It's a moral issue. Morally, you looking at it, you got two married people, two married consenting people engaging. But I don't know. I mean. So what are you firing Mike? What are you firing Mike Vrabel for?
I'm not trying to fire Mike Vrabel. I'm not trying to fire Diana Rossini. And frankly, neither one was fired. Diana got caught up in the guilt trap and then tried to lie, blame, and then just protect my name by quitting. Because you ran out of lies. You ran out, like, don't blame us. Nobody told you to leave. They asked you for your phone. You couldn't give them your phone? Why not? Tom Brady. Remember Tom Brady, NFL said, let me see your phone. Oh, it's destroyed. What? Rossini, let me see your phone. You keep your job. Nobody trying to fire you. Just give me your phone. Oh, really? All this resentment? Ooh. Okay. So don't do that. Don't do that. But ethically, this is a problem. The person that is going to literally walk up to you and give you all the questions that you can answer for the masses, the person who's supposed to either find out objectively what's right and wrong in situations is now going to be someone who is fond of you to a point where they may throw you softballs, right? Come on now. Like, y'all work together. Indirectly, though, but you do work together. Don't act like that.
So what is it that he did? What law or code? There's an ethic. I mean, some colleges have ethics or codes. So what code did he break?
I don't think he broke any code other than, the vow. He broke a vow, if this is all true. But he didn't break a code. And frankly, I don't know if she broke a code. Now, she quit because of the lie, not what she did. She tried to get away with what she did. They didn't fire her that day when they found out that. They were just like, yo, what you said happened, all these cover-ups is worse than a crime. You keep taking us down these ghost trails. That's what got her to resign. Neither were fired.
He broke his vows. Like I said, that's between him and his wife. That's between him and God. They're not the same. Just being honest, guys. Y'all know when we right, I'm going to stand for right now. But I just don't see the correlation between that and that.
No, you can't go there, blah, blah, blah. You can't go there. You can't bring Mel Tucker, Sharonee Moore. You can't do that, right? You can't do it. Ime Udoka even. And even though Ime Udoka is a weird one because he's the head coach, so I think that gives you more latitude. Maybe some would say more authority than an executive's wife. But executives, I think if you say tenure in an organization, executives outlast coaches. So you can almost say, Ime could say, look, I was a subordinate. But he wasn't a subordinate to her. He was a subordinate to supposedly her husband. Point being, they're still not the same. Like, it takes grand exaggeration to try and make those the same. That's why you shouldn't lead with the identity politics. You shouldn't lead with the race. Don't try to race bait this one, right? And if you are, you got to at least have the same apple to apple comparison. These are not analogous. Not even that. Now, what they did or allegedly did, yeah, they got it in. Okay. But what I don't want to go to is the full extent of like, well, they broke nothing. They did nothing. Ethically, yes. I know because I've been interviewed before. I know because I've worked in media before. I know because I have also had relationships in media and in sports. Yes, the cheerleaders that we're not supposed to date, come on. What are you talking about, coach? You know we hang out at the same spots. Stop it. So, yeah, we date. Come on, that massage therapist that you guys hooked us up with, yeah, somebody's dating her. It's okay. Or is it? So, yeah, in the media, somebody you go on air with, come on, you know they hanging out, they together. As long as you tell us, or you get married. I mean, people have gotten married that work together in media. What are you doing? What do you think this is? So that matters because your relationship changes. If I'm dating somebody who is on air and I'm a player, let's just say the coverage of me, I think it's going to be pretty flattering, right? And if y'all have no problem with that, then y'all don't have any ethics. And I do have a problem with that because I'm not dating her. You dating her, Christian. And Christian is getting all the love and I'm competing against Christian. I'm a backup to Christian. And Christian, they just keep talking good about him at the biggest network there is because he's messing with somebody who works there. Meanwhile, when they see me, I'm a pile of slop. And they're not even dissing me. They're just not giving me my flowers because I ain't messing with the lady who's up there working at the network. And she up there working for me. Y'all don't see how all these advantages play out? It's so obvious. So stop playing. Stop acting like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how that go. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Last but not least, I'm going to get into this Michael real quick because I went and saw Michael Jackson, and let me tell you, that movie is amazing. Amazing. Now, I will say this. It ended abruptly. You talking about the end of the best roller coaster you've been on. You like, oh, my God. That's it? Yes, because there's a part 2 coming out. Now, I don't know if they ended it like that because of part 2, but all I'm going to say is, whew, what a ride. What a ride. So, I want y'all to see this. I'm going to give you this a few minutes. Michael opened up $97 million domestically, $217 worldwide. It cost $200 million to produce. Okay? Now, my connection to this movie, if you've seen it, is John Branca. Shout out to the homie. Respect to him. I've known him for, it feel like a decade or so. Got to meet him. He's the lawyer that fired, no, I can't say that. No, spoiler alert. Just know who John Branca is. Then we'll review this another time. I can't do that. I can't do that to y'all. You got to see the movie. But I know him. Big time lawyer. Gigantic time, like next level. Michael has officially broken all opening weekend records for both biopics and music concert films. Debuted with The Money, we just said. Taylor Swift, he beat that. Oppenheimer, he beat that. Straight Outta Compton, he beat that. Bohemian Rhapsody, beat that. Beat everybody. Shout out to Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, y'all. It's insane how great this dude is. So I'm just going to start there. Tomorrow, we're going to go a little deeper in how they got there, right? I'm not going to keep y'all too long because I got some stuff to talk about Michael Jackson. Because I know people were involved with it, as I just said. So love to all you guys, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with your boy today. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. Shout out to all the members who are here in the chat, in the building. All you guys. And then if you ever want me to do a topic, y'all got to send it in. All right? Just send it in. It ain't that deep. And you know me. I'm going to talk about it. And we're going to get through it. Love for all you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and become a member. I did not say that one time today, I don't think. Like this video, subscribe, and become a member. And let's have some fun. Love for all you guys out there rocking with your boy. As they say, peace. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration.